Some truths refuse to stay buried. In Heartland, the past never truly lets go, and this season, secrets, danger, and unexpected returns threaten to shake the ranch to its very core. Hearts will be tested, loyalties challenged, and the future of the Flemings hangs in the balance. Season 20 is coming, and nothing will ever be the same. The sun rises over the rolling fields of Heartland, but the calm is fragile. Amy stands in the barn, feeling a tug in her chest she can't ignore. Years of joy, heartbreak, and triumph have taught her resilience. But this year, something feels different. A shadow seems to hover over the ranch, subtle but unshakable. A stranger arrives in Hudson, someone whose presence feels like a ripple in the water, barely visible at first, but enough to disturb the delicate balance of the town. The newcomer carries secrets tied to Heartland's past, secrets no one saw coming. Amy senses danger and opportunity intertwined. She knows that to protect her family and her home, she must face the unknown. At the same time, Jack feels it too. A weight on his shoulders heavier than any storm he has weathered before. Memories he thought long buried rise again when news arrives of a figure from his past. This person is not just a ghost. They are a reminder of choices he made, promises kept and broken, and the fragile line between love and regret. Jack struggles with silence, knowing that the truth he hides could either destroy or save everything he holds dear. Every glance he shares with Amy, every quiet word he mutters in the barn carries the tension of unspoken history. The ranch is more than land. It is a testament to endurance, and Jack realizes that endurance alone may not be enough this season. Lou faces her own storm. Her responsibilities as mayor and mother collide with growing pressure from the town and outside forces. A major development threatens the landscape she has fought to protect. With deadlines looming and opinions divided, Lou must make choices that could alter not only her career, but the very foundation of Hudson itself. Her resolve is tested, forcing her to rely on instincts she sometimes doubts. And yet, despite the fear, she stands firm. Every decision, every step forward carries weight. Lou knows that leadership is not just about power, but about sacrifice, vision, and courage when everything seems uncertain. Meanwhile, Georgie returns with a mixture of confidence and apprehension. Her journey away from Heartland has changed her. Stronger, wiser, and yet carrying secrets she hasn't shared. There's tension in her eyes, hesitation in her steps, a quiet question of whether the family she left behind is ready to face the truth she carries. Her presence reignites bonds, yet it also reminds everyone of the fragility of trust. Hearts are pulled in multiple directions. Love, loyalty, and fear intertwine as old wounds reopen, and the ranch feels alive with the silent pulse of uncertainty. The season's challenges are more than emotional. Whispers of a wild, untamed horse roaming the foothills spread through Hudson. Some say it cannot be caught. Others hint at something deeper, a mystery intertwined with Heartland's history. Amy senses more than curiosity. She feels instinct, intuition, and a silent call to action. The horse becomes a symbol of what is at stake: freedom, resilience, and the untold stories that shape the land and the people who protect it. Its presence promises revelation and danger in equal measure. As tension rises, viewers feel it too. Every glance, every unspoken word, every shadow in the barn carries significance. The Flemings are no strangers to trials, but season 20 promises a storm unlike any they have faced. The past whispers through every field, and the future waits, uncertain and fragile. Amy, Jack, Lou, and Georgie all stand on the edge of change, caught between what they know and what they must discover. The season begins with a question that hangs in the air. Are they ready for the truth? Because in Heartland, love, family, and land are never separate. And this season, everything they hold dear will be tested. The calm of Heartland is only an illusion. Amy wakes before dawn, restless, feeling the pull of the wild horse that has captured not just her attention, but her instinct. Its story is entwined with the ranch, with the history she thought she knew, and with secrets that have lain hidden for decades. As she rides through mist-covered fields, she senses that the horse is more than an animal. It is a messenger, a challenge, a reminder that the past always finds a way to speak. Each encounter with it leaves her both exhilarated and unsettled, stirring questions she isn't ready to answer but cannot ignore. Meanwhile, Jack feels the cracks in the foundation of his life widening. The figure from his past grows bolder, appearing at the edges of memory and town, delivering messages that cannot be dismissed. Old regrets, unresolved conflicts, and choices he thought long buried resurface, forcing him to confront emotions he has spent years mastering. Even as he remains stoic for his family, the tension shows in his eyes in the quiet moments when he stands alone, weighing what the truth will cost. Every decision feels heavier than before because the stakes are no longer only personal, they threaten the entire Heartland legacy. Lou's challenges escalate. The corporate threat to Hudson becomes more than a rumor. It is a calculated plan, precise and unyielding. Lou navigates meetings, negotiations, and growing opposition from the council. The land she has fought for is under scrutiny, and every action she takes could either protect it or leave it vulnerable. With pressure mounting, she must rely not only on strategy but on instinct and heart. Lou realizes that her leadership will define not just the town's future, but the family she loves and the values she stands for. Doubts creep in, but she refuses to yield. The calm streets of Hudson hide storms that are forming, and she is determined to meet them head on. Georgie's return deepens the emotional complexity of the season. She carries experiences and knowledge from the world beyond Heartland, but with it comes a burden. A secret she has hidden from her family simmers beneath the surface, threatening to resurface at the most critical moments. Each interaction she has, with Amy, Jack, Lou, or even the townspeople, is tinged with tension, curiosity, and subtle unease. She must navigate not only her own fears, but the reactions of those she loves, balancing honesty, timing, and the potential consequences of revelation. The family feels the pull of change in ways they cannot yet name, and every step they take toward resolution is filled with both hope and dread. Meanwhile, the wild horse's presence spreads beyond Amy's awareness. Locals whisper of sightings, of a shadow moving through the foothills like a phantom. Its trail suggests intelligence and purpose, almost as if it carries a message meant only for certain eyes. Amy realizes she is not alone in her search. Someone else, unseen, is tracking the same creature, and their intentions are unknown. The tension builds as the horse becomes the center of a web of discovery, danger, and destiny. Every pursuit, every choice, every hesitation matters. The season is no longer just about protecting the ranch, it is about survival, trust, and understanding the forces converging on Heartland. Jack, Amy, Lou, and Georgie all sense the tightening of fate around them. Each revelation, each encounter, each secret slowly lifts the veil on challenges that cannot be ignored. The viewer feels the suspense mounting, the sense that every shadow hides a story, every silence carries meaning, and the quiet moments are as dangerous as the storms to come. The ranch, once a symbol of stability, now teeters on the edge of uncertainty, and the characters must rely on instincts, courage, and each other more than ever before. Season 20 of Heartland is a collision of past and present, of loyalty and betrayal, of love and fear. The horse is more than a creature. It is the embodiment of mystery, guiding Amy and the family toward truths they are both ready and unready to face. Every heartbeat counts, every glance tells a story, and every decision ripples through the lives of those who call Heartland home. The question grows louder: who will stand when the storm arrives, and who will be swept away by the consequences of secrets finally revealed? The calm before the storm is gone, the paths have diverged, the shadows lengthened, and Heartland is on the brink of transformation. A transformation that will test the bonds of family, the resilience of the land, and the courage of every soul who walks its fields. And as the wind sweeps across the ranch, carrying whispers of what's to come, one thing is certain: the season will not end quietly. The tension gripping Heartland tightens with each passing day. Amy's pursuit of the wild horse becomes more urgent, more personal. Each sighting, each fleeting moment reveals layers of meaning she cannot yet decipher. The horse is not just wild, it is untamed in spirit, a living reminder that the past is never truly gone. Amy feels its presence as if it speaks directly to her, whispering of old promises, unfinished stories, and hidden dangers. She cannot ignore the pull, and every choice she makes carries weight. The horse has become more than a challenge. It is the key to understanding what is coming. Jack feels the shadows of history closing in. The figure from his past is no longer just a memory. They are active, observing, waiting. Messages, encounters, and subtle signs remind him of decisions he once thought irreversible. Every moment alone, every quiet glance, reminds Jack that the past and present are entwined. His family depends on his strength, but the weight of secrecy threatens to fracture even his well-honed resolve. Jack knows he must act soon, for the consequences of delay are more dangerous than he ever imagined. The tension is not just personal. It reverberates through the land, through the horses, and through every corner of Heartland. Lou faces mounting pressure as the threat to Hudson's landscape grows. The corporation seeking to buy land is patient, methodical, and persistent. Their intentions are unclear, their influence dangerous. Lou navigates the complexities of council politics, town opinion, and her own convictions with precision. But the stakes feel higher than ever. She knows one misstep could destroy not just her career, but the very town she loves. As she investigates, subtle clues point to hidden motives and long-buried secrets tied to Hudson's future. Lou begins to realize that the challenges she faces are more than administrative. They are personal, moral, and deeply entwined with the heart of the community. Georgie's journey continues to intersect with the brewing storm. Her secret, once carefully guarded, becomes harder to contain as the family faces growing uncertainty. Each conversation is a tightrope, each silence a potential spark for revelation. Georgie struggles with the desire to be honest and the fear of the consequences. Her bond with Amy strengthens, yet tension simmers beneath every shared smile and word. Viewers sense the complexity of her position. Her past, her choices, and her loyalty to the family collide in a fragile balance. The decisions she makes in this season could change everything she knows about home, trust, and love. Meanwhile, the wild horse is no longer just a symbol, it is a catalyst. Sightings near the boundaries of Heartland suggest a presence beyond Amy's understanding. Someone else is tracking the horse, someone with power and intention whose motives are unknown and potentially dangerous. The stakes escalate as the horse's role in the story becomes clear. It is a living link between the past, the family, and the unseen threats encroaching on the ranch. Each encounter carries tension. Each step closer feels like racing against time, and each decision brings the characters face to face with truths they cannot avoid. Jack, Amy, Lou, and Georgie all feel the growing weight of destiny pressing down. Conversations are laden with meaning. Glances hold unspoken fears. The ranch, once a haven of stability, becomes a stage for suspense, mystery, and revelation. Characters are pushed to the edge of emotional endurance, and viewers are drawn into a web of intrigue where every action has consequences. Hearts are tested, secrets surface, and bonds are strengthened, or strained, under the pressure of unfolding events. As the season unfolds, Heartland becomes a place of collision between past and present. The wild horse is a living emblem of the mysteries yet to be solved. Jack confronts decisions that will define his legacy. Lou fights battles that will determine the town's survival. Georgie navigates the complexity of her truth and the trust of the family. And Amy stands at the center, driven by instinct, courage, and the unshakable connection to the land and creatures she has loved all her life. The tension is palpable, the suspense relentless, and the stakes higher than ever. Every heartbeat matters, every shadow hides a story. Every choice has the power to change Heartland forever. The calm is gone, replaced by anticipation, mystery, and a sense that something monumental is about to happen. Season 20 is more than a continuation. It is a turning point, a season where the past demands answers, the present tests loyalty, and the future remains uncertain. And as the winds sweep over the ranch, carrying whispers of what is to come, one question remains: who will stand strong when everything they know is threatened? And who will be lost to the secrets waiting in the shadows? The calm that once defined Heartland has vanished. The wild horse, the long-buried secrets, and the mounting threats converge into a storm that feels unstoppable. Amy finally comes face to face with the horse in the deep foothills. Its eyes are sharp, intelligent, almost knowing. Every movement it makes carries meaning. Every glance reflects the untold history of the ranch. Amy approaches slowly, heart pounding, knowing that this encounter is more than a test of skill. It is a test of courage, trust, and instinct. When she finally touches its coat, she senses the weight of the past decades pressing gently but unmistakably against her chest. The horse is a messenger, carrying a story that will change everything. Meanwhile, Jack confronts the figure from his past. What was once a lingering threat now becomes unavoidable. Words long held back spill into the open, stories of love, betrayal, and loss that have shaped his life and the ranch itself. Each revelation carries consequences that ripple through every corner of Heartland. Jack's strength is tested as never before, forcing him to balance honesty with protection, courage with caution. His choices will determine the stability of the family, the legacy of the ranch, and the trust of those he loves. Lou faces her ultimate challenge. The corporate force pressing against Hudson grows bolder. The town is on edge, families divided, and the weight of responsibility threatens to overwhelm her. But in the face of mounting danger, Lou's determination shines brighter than ever. She makes choices rooted in loyalty, love, and vision, standing as a shield between Heartland and forces that seek to exploit it. Her courage inspires those around her, but the tension remains. Every council decision, every negotiation, every step she takes feels like walking a tightrope over a chasm that could swallow everything she holds dear. Georgie finally reveals her secret to her family. The confession is quiet, tender, and devastating in its honesty. What she carries has the power to change hearts and redirect futures. The Flemings respond not with anger, but with understanding, forming bonds that are stronger, deeper, and more resilient than before. Her journey from hesitation to openness mirrors the larger story of Heartland, one where facing the truth is not weakness, but strength. The wild horse, now healed and released, runs free across the vast fields. It pauses briefly, as if acknowledging those who have fought for its safety and the home it represents, before disappearing into the horizon. Its freedom symbolizes the resilience of Heartland, the endurance of family, and the power of hope. Yet, even as the ranch breathes again, the shadow of what's to come remains. A figure watches from afar, unrecognized, their intentions unknown. A letter arrives, a phone call goes unanswered, a storm brews over the hills. The sense of unease lingers, reminding viewers that this season is far from over. Every character now stands at the edge of change. Amy, Jack, Lou, and Georgie have faced trials that test courage, loyalty, and love. They have confronted secrets, dangers, and choices that could have destroyed them, but together they endure. Heartland remains strong, but the final moments of the season leave a question burning in the minds of viewers. What happens when the truth is only the beginning, and the storms waiting on the horizon are unlike anything they've faced before? Season 20 ends not with resolution, but with anticipation. A new mystery, a new threat, and a future filled with uncertainty loom large. The ranch, the family, and the wild horse all serve as reminders that Heartland is more than a place. It is a living story of love, loss, courage, and endurance. And as the screen fades to black, one truth is clear. The journey is far from over, and the heart of Heartland will be tested like never before. The wind rustles through the fields, carrying whispers of the unknown. Hearts beat faster, shadows stretch longer, and viewers are left breathless knowing that Season 20 has only set the stage for the challenges, secrets, and triumphs yet to come.